long's the Mercs been around?
We're going on 4 years and change. Like I said, we're hoping by Celebration 6, which is next year, to hit our 5-year anniversary, and we're going to hopefully hit 500 members. At the rate we're going, we'll hit that in about a couple of weeks. We're starting to get some major league membership swells.
Well, the Empire, I guess, is the baby, so the Dark Empire, so we're 3 years old, and we don't even have 100 members. However, we are international. We do have them overseas. In fact, we have quite a contingent in England and Europe. So, but our numbers are building. In fact, they're actually swelling right now.
We're about to hit 100.
Yeah, we're about to hit 100, and just recently, I don't know what's happened, but the energy's with us, and the forces just are there, and we've had a lot of people come on the boards, and several new costumes accepted, like within the past month.
Well, there is a lot of demand too for some creativity in making your costumes. The 501st and the Rebel Legion, we have very high standards. We're we can be a little inflexible sometimes because we want to keep those standards high. We want to look like we stepped off the screen. When there's a parade or something, when there's a event like a video game release, Lucasfilm is calling us to march with them for all the photo ops because our standards are so high. But some people do like a little more creativity, and that's where the Mandalorian Mercs and the Dark Empire come into play. People can design more of their own costumes and put their own personal touches on them.
I know one thing that hasn't been said is you do not have to have a costume to go on the boards. If you're interested in having a costume, and we love people coming on the boards to ask for help, because we know we've been there, we've done that. We know all the sites you should go to. I know Xana's been working on a library of costume links on it. So
The same way with the Merc Sports, the guys on the Merc Sports have been insanely helpful on making anything. A perfect example would be my new helmet that this is actually whether you believe it or not, Hasbro made this. This is if you went to Target, you've seen them, a $20 Hasbro helmet that one of our members took apart and taught everybody else, hey, you can make this and make it look movie quality. Hasbro. So all you gotta do, that's the same with any of the boards. You go on the boards, all you gotta do is ask around, and somebody will be like, yeah, we can help you, we got this. So.
And a lot of the members are just incredible what they can build. The Stormtrooper armor, you cannot buy Stormtrooper armor in the store. It's all fan-made. People make that stuff. My chest box, fan-made. I couldn't do anything like this. The black vest, someone else did that for me. The creativity of our members is just unbelievable.
All you have to do is just go on board, ask questions. Generally, search around because your question's probably already been answered, but you gotta ask it, it'll get answered. You'll know what you need to know.
More questions?
Anybody? You there?
Alvin, I have a comment.
Shoot.
One thing I love about the Star Wars costuming community is the way we band together and offer encouragement to each other.
Yep.
So I'd like to offer the opportunity for everyone to look at our clan leader, Chris, and wish him a very happy birthday.
Time to check the cell phone, see how bad Facebook's blowing up.
I got a question. As far as Revolution 501st, whenever there's a new character, how many visual references do you have to have before it becomes canon? Like you said, 3 or...
Usually there's 3.
Let's say that's
It's generally accepted of 3. They can be literary sources and at least 1 visual sources. But the general rule of thumb is 3 sources. That way it's something that, it's not just something that appears once and never appears again.
So, if you were, let's say there was a character in a comic book,
Yes.
like as in the Old Republic, they're in the game, they're in the comic book, and then you need one more source after that, like a novel, or how would that work?
Like a novel, comic book.
Like, so the new guy, Darth Malgus, since he'll have, I guess, enough references to be canon, I guess, for everything you guys or not?
It also kind of depends, because the 501st is going through a thing now where they're trying to do a costume reference library of any costumes that can go under the sun. there are a few costumes like one I'm working on, characters Joe Cassie appears twice, but it counts as 5 perks falling under the bounty hunter. It depends on, if you're going to be the first person to do a costume, you've got to go all out, you got to hit every single nail on the head, because that'll give you a much better chance. Because they'll go straight to the Legion membership officers. They'll go to those, currently we have 2, and they will decide, you know what, you made it damn good, you made it follow just about every visual reference. Maybe there's not 3 sources, maybe there's only 1, but you embodied it perfectly to a T. Okay, but if you only do it halfway, trying to make a new character, they're going to go, no, go back to the drawing board. Because
we've had that with the Mercs on a couple of characters. Pre-Vizsla from the Clone Wars. That's the only thing he's ever shown up in. Is, you know, head of the Death Watch in the Clone Wars. You know, like he said, it's just you gotta hit everything you can. One of the others, Kelty Scarata, he's in one of the extended universe Karen Travis books. The description of his armor is so bloody vague, it's not even funny. There's threads that you just, people have sat there and researched this stuff. So if you're going to go for a canon character, you have to, like I said, hit everything you can, even if there's nothing to work on.
The same with the Empire. We like our, if you're going to do a canon character, we really expect integrity with our canon characters. Most of our canon characters are also in the Battleverse, as a matter of fact.
You can begin with the formal costume, and then if there's something you want to do later as an informal, that's fine too. I have one that only has 2 sources. People have been trying to get a 3rd source, but can't. It's Corin Horn. His flight suit is, as an X-Wing pilot, he's a Corellian, so he wears a green flight suit. But there's only 2 references to it. There's painting someone did, and then there's the description in the book. And that's all there is. So I have that outfit, but it's not formal. It's considered an informal costume. So it wouldn't be something I could wear to a Lucasfilm event.
It should also be noted, I just had this thought. When looking for sources on canon characters, fan art does not usually count. You need to find published stuff, either from Lucasfilms, something professional. Going on DeviantArt, going on the internet, and just digging something up from that somebody drew doesn't normally cut it, because it could not be what Lucas envisioned for that character. So
That's the artist's
yeah, that
vision.
would be the artist's
That's not
vision.
Lucas's vision.
Yeah.
Something off of a book, like a publishing book or something like that would be applicable.
Got another question. Since when I'm representative of that group here, the Jedi Assembly, it's
Jedi
also
Assembly.
another shoot-off group that they accept kind of Jedis.
They do kind of custom Jedis. The Jedi Assembly is another organization. There are no local members here. I think closest
Hopefully
is
we'll get one
Tennessee.
soon.
But they basically do custom Jedi. Whereas for the Rebel Legion, the Jedi have a lot of rules to follow as far as the costume, what required elements there are and stuff, where the Jedi Assembly, again, allows for a little more creativity, more personal touches.